Hope is dangerous. It glows, and anything that glows in the dark can be seen. We had been watching for weeks, counting steps between patrols, listening to which dogs barked at strangers and which were lazy, studying the river's current when we were sent to fetch water. We did not speak the word escape, we called it walking. Soon, my brother would whisper, soon we walk. But the plantation had its own rhythm, and rhythms notice when something changes. The overseer had begun lingering longer near our quarters at night. He wasn't stupid. Cruel, yes, but not blind. One evening, just as the sun bled into the horizon, they dragged a man out who had been teaching letters in the dirt. Someone had spoken, a traitor, or someone had been seen. They tied him to a post in the centre of the yard. All of us was forced to watch. This, the overseer said calmly, this is what happens when property forgets its place. Property. He didn't even raise his voice. The whip did the speaking. Each strike landed with a sound I will never forget. The man did not scream at first, but the body has limits. When his voice finally broken, something inside me cracked with it. My brother grabbed my forearm so tightly it hurt. Not yet, he said, but this time his voice was shaking. The man survived. Barely. They left him outside as a warning. By the morning, he was gone. That was the night everything changed. We met again. Not 5 of us this time, 8. Anger had spread. Fear had hardened. We go tomorrow, one whispered. Too soon, another argued. We need another week. There won't be another week, I said. They all looked at me. I didn't know when my voice had become steady like that. The overseer is watching. The patrols are tighter. If we wait, we hang. Silence. My brother studied me carefully. Then he nodded. Tomorrow. The plan was simple because complicated plans break. At the third bell after midnight, when the patrol rotated and the dogs were chained, we would slip past the north gate. 2 men would create a distraction near the stables, a small fire. Nothing large enough to spread, just enough to pull attention. The rest of us would run for the river. From there, trust the current. That night, I did not sleep. I lay awake staring at the ceiling. I thought about my sister, about my father, about the boy who collapsed in the field, about the man who traced letters in the dirt. If we failed, we would not survive the punishment. If we succeeded, we would still be hunted. But hunted is not the same as owned. The bell rang once, twice, 3 times. The air felt different, thick, waiting. We moved silently. Every creak of wood sounded like thunder in my ears. Outside, the moon was thin, barely light at all. Good. Shadows are aliases. 2 men slipped toward the stables. The rest of us crouched along the edge of the fence. Then, flames. Small at first, then higher. Shouting erupted instantly. Boots pounding across dirt. The overseer's voice barking orders. This was it. We ran. Not wildly, not screaming. Focused. Low. Fast. I could hear my heart in my ears. The fence was closer than I remembered. One by one we slipped through the gap we had loosened over weeks. 7 has made it through. Then a gunshot. The sound tore through the night. One of the men near the back stumbled. He didn't get up. Keep moving, my brother shouted. Another shot. Chaos. The dogs began barking wildly. Lights flared behind us. We reached the riverbank. The water moved fast, darker than the night itself. Go, someone yelled. One by one, we went. The cold shocked my body like a blow. The current grabbed me instantly, pulling hard. I fought not to gasp. Behind us, more shouting, another gunshot, then a splash near me. My brother, he surfaced barely, eyes locking with mine. I remember who you are, he shouted, then the current pulled him under. I reached, I saw his hand once more, then nothing. The river swallowed him. I wanted to dive back to search, to refuse to lose another brother, but survival is cruel. It forces choices. I felt the current take me. Branches scraped my skin as I drifted downstream. I didn't know how long I was in the water, minutes, hours, a lifetime. When I finally pulled myself onto the muddy bank far beyond the plantation, the night was silent, too silent. I was alone. Of the 8 who planned to walk, I did not know who was still alive. My body shook from cold and shock, but my mind was clear. They would search, they would hunt, but they would no longer own me. I crawled towards the trees, forcing my body to stand. The forest swallowed me the same way the ship once had, only this time it felt like protection. I looked back once toward the faint glow of the plantation in the distance. You did not erase me, I whispered into the dark. My name is Kofi. I am no longer yours.